Well, we're on the trail again. Party favor for relaxation this evening. And down the hill. We started early this morning in Weatherford, Texas. And about 13 hours later, we are in our first campsite. We went to Santa Fe, stopped and had a late lunch at Maria's Mexican. Can't go through Santa Fe without stopping there. And then on up the road to Los Alamos, toured the Oppenheimer house, and went to the brewery, a couple Oppenheimer IPAs to bring camping with us. And we're now set up on top of a hill for a short night stay. We'll stay tonight and then we'll travel on tomorrow. So there's the overnight camp set up. Brenda is almost asleep, she says. Yeah. Chillaxing, relaxing. It's been a long day today. We knew it was going to be long today. Plans are to get up here. Found a beautiful spot, I think. We found it. We're up in some National Forest mountains above Los Alamos, New Mexico. It's about 7,146 feet, I think, was the elevation. But man, look at these views. Beautiful red cliffs over there. Looking across the valley, way across in the distance, that's Santa Fe ski slopes atop that mountain across the valley. Beginning I think a 10-day journey. Plans are to stay here tonight. We'll get up whenever we get up tomorrow, pack up, and head further north. We're going to Colorado first. We're going to go through Silverton, I believe it is, and try Mountain Pass, do the Ophir Pass over the mountains into Telluride, and then just kind of northwest of Telluride, catch the Rim Rocker Trail, which takes us about 165 miles across the mountains and trails to Moab, Utah. And then from Moab, Utah, we're going to just tool around, depends on the weather. Chasing altitude, I would imagine. They're talking about highs in the 80s, 90s around Moab, so we'll probably get up in the mountains a little higher. But had this nice little treat. I can only assume this is a little elk hunter's hut built. Got his fire ring here. Got wood stacked in it already for the next guy that comes along. There's a little hut to crawl under and snuggle up on top of this mountain at night when they're hunting. Just went on a random trail looking, coming out of Los Alamos, looking for something fairly quick to camp at for the night, because I know we're just staying tonight and on the road again tomorrow. And after that, we'll be probably a couple days at a time, campsites whenever we find them, depends on how beautiful they are. For perspective, if you look way across that valley, you'll see a water tower and a couple buildings. That is part of the town of Los Alamos. All built around, of course, the Los Alamos laboratories. The Oppenheimer movie setting. It's just beautiful here, though. I think it's temps in the high 60s right now. It's supposed to get down around 60, high 50s, low 60s tonight. Light breeze blowing. Oh gosh, it's just beautiful here. I love me some New Mexico, but this trip's about going further north and west. We want to go explore Utah. So, just wanted to kick off this spring/summer travel adventures. Brenda and I. She found this little prize right in her campsite. Top of this mountain up here. This burned several years ago. It's growing back now. And in the middle of this pile of dead timber, little cactus in bloom. So anyway, count your blessings. Get out, travel, go see things like this. Look forward to the next edition tomorrow as we're on the trail. God bless. I had to add this to the collection. Walked over the hill just a little piece, a few steps. So this is the view east, just as the sun is setting. In the distance, the lighted area you can see, you may pick out a few lights shining, is Santa Fe. You can't describe what mountains are like. Almost no flies, no bugs, no sound other than the wind blowing. This is beautiful. I'll go back to the campsite to catch the sunset momentarily. Hope you're enjoying. Okay, there you go. There's the first sunset of this June journey into the west for us. This is the view from our camp, y'all. I'm imagining elk running across that hill. We've seen a few mule deer coming up here earlier today. But yes, the peace, the quiet. You can see the mountains in the distance. There's the Santa Fe Peaks, the ski resort there. Oh my gosh. You want to know how to decompress? How to leave all thoughts and worries behind? Here you go. Head out here, find you a little mountaintop, and watch the sunset. Thank you, Father. Well, good morning, y'all. We're off the trail, came back into Los Alamos. Had a little breakfast before we trail again going north toward Colorado. Beautiful little park in Los Alamos they have here. Little lake or a pond. They say that over there on the bandstand they'll have bands playing and everybody sits out here in lawn chairs and such and enjoys the shows. Just beautiful here, retreat up in the mountains in Los Alamos. So we're hitting the road today. We got about 5 hours to get into Silverton, Colorado. And then the plan is to take the Ophir Pass over into Ophir and Telluride. And check out Telluride again. It's been a while since we were there. And then we'll get on the rim rocker and start heading towards Utah and find us somewhere to camp this evening up in the mountains. Isn't this peaceful?
Yeah. Very pretty.
Beautiful park here. Just have a quick walk around the lake before we have 5 hours of roading today. Get the fish there.
Yeah. A lot of fish.
It is.
Look at that weeping willow tree. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
How big it is. You don't see those very often out
Yeah,
here.
and it's been there a long time. Weeping willow, and I believe that's a cottonwood beside it there. Anyway, wanted to share a little break this morning, and then we'll be on the trail, and we'll see you soon. There you go. Some views. We have been through Twigosa, and we've been through Durango and into Silverton. Now we just left out of Silverton and we cut across on the Forest Service Road, and we're taking the Ophir Pass over to Telluride. There's a little mountain stream coming down the hill. Just constant down through here. Alright, y'all. Well, we made it. We got out here photographs. Maybe y'all can hear me up here in the wind, but the wind is blowing. That's where we came from, over towards Silverton. There's the top. That. But here's the pass. This is where we're headed. Hopefully y'all could hear something out of that. Pretty cool. Well, hello again, everyone. If I sound out of breath, we're a little above 10,000 feet. I think 10,600 feet tonight, this evening. We didn't get as far along the trail as I thought we might today. We did get over the Ophir Pass down to Telluride. We didn't go into town because it was already after 5 and we wanted to find a campsite. So we're about 8 miles west of Telluride, kind of right at the end of the mountain chain. Those mountains you see in the distance, they loop around, and Telluride's tucked into them to the left in that valley. And then we're at the end of the mountain chain, kind of. Found it just a good one-night campsite. We are over 10K, so we opted to find a spot tucked into the trees good. There's a little wind blowing up top, not touching us. You can see Pearl tucked back in the trees there. One thing about Colorado, there are plenty of trails, there are plenty of campsites, there are plenty of things to see, but there are also plenty of people on said trails and campsites. This is a trailhead, so there's a car parked there. We had picked out a campsite right up on top of the knob there, looking over all the mountains. There's already somebody there. So we didn't get the amazing views from the campsite that we wanted. Ooh, look down there at the aspen. Isn't that beautiful? But yeah, there are people everywhere. So we are heading on. See, people. We're heading out in the morning again, and we're headed west. I think we're gonna have to bypass one trail. It looks like it may not be open yet for the spring, but we will should get into Utah tomorrow. Gonna head west. We're gonna follow the Rim Rocker Trail. It's like 165 miles of trail. We'll probably do about 130 miles of it. Get away from Colorado, get toward Utah, and I think we'll be less people-y. And find some more remote. The goal is to find a camp tomorrow night to stay for 2 nights. Right, Brenda?
Yes.
So that we can relax a little bit, kind of reset, relax, clean everything up. Our setup tonight though, just a quick camp. Popped a tent, tucked in the trees. Again, you can hear the wind blowing. You might be able to hear it, I don't know. But you can't feel it here. Just gonna give you a little update. We'll get on the trail in the morning and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Well, here we are, we're on the Rim Rocker Trail. It's definitely been a change of scenery in the last couple of hours. This old, something to do with mining, I would imagine, structure here. You can see the river down below, and there's a road down, but we're doing the trail version. I believe we're going towards those mountains in the distance over there. That should be getting close to Utah today. Getting towards this canyon country now. We just came up out of that canyon. We've been riding it for a while. Beautiful scenery out here. This is what we're looking forward to on this trip. Is to get out of Utah and get into the canyons. Hope y'all are enjoying the ride. ghost stuck in that rock there. A marker for something. Now look ahead way out there at that turquoise rock face. Starting to see these turquoise colors as we're going through the canyon. It's amazing, you were driving through here and there will be sections of, it's like it's maintained trail. That'll be doing 20 miles per hour on, and all of a sudden you top a hill and boom, it's like this. You're just crawling in first gear. Come this way, we've found just a plethora of campsites with views looking down in the canyon at the river below, and the reds and the whites and the pinks and the turquoise and the grays. So much color out here.
You see that big rock, don't you?
Like a little trail turn off there.
Yeah.
This land looks like it hasn't seen rain in years. Massive boulders. Just look like they're sitting on edge, ready to fall at any moment. Might be coming back up to the river's edge again. Well, not the river's edge, the canyon lip, I guess you'd say. Which one looks like it has the least damaging rocks.
It's rough.
Bear in mind, learned this is a green trail on X. It's typically green trails say four-wheel drive is a positive, but not necessary. I would hate to think about coming up and down this trail without four-wheel drive. There are portions of this one I'd rate as blue trails for sure. Got a little taste of the trail. I'll get back off. Got a tire flat back down. So we're off grid today, so you'll get it recording, but no connection here. We came down yesterday off of the mountain, lot more pleasant, slow descent down. Got down on the highway, we rode probably about 15-20 miles, stopped, got gas, topped everything off, and then we jumped on the Rim Rocker Trail. You know, I'll say 15 miles west of Telluride or so. That section of the Rim Rocker was fun, challenging. There were a lot of, just deserty, down around 5,000 foot elevation, 5 to 6,000. Lots of slow first gear, low range, crawling over rocks, pretty intense at times. We got through that section about 3 o'clock, and basically part of the trail is kind of like just a Forest Service road, well maintained. Made some miles up, and now we're in Utah, just across the state line, not far. We're turned off of the Rim Rocker Trail onto the Ophir Pass. I believe that is the LaSalle Mountain. Can't remember. No, it's something different, but that mountain is 12,600 feet elevation. You can see we're just at the base of the mountain. Beautiful, high altitude. We're about 8,500 foot elevation, I think, here, so about 2,000 foot less than we were last night, or night before last. Pulled into this valley. There were 3 mule deer right at the entrance of it. We saw mule deer come this morning, or that was yesterday evening. Right at dusk, there was a mule deer that walked out, went across this little field here. Beautiful. Brenda has said multiple times, though, it seems like we're in a bird sanctuary. I don't know if you can hear the birds or not, but it's like you're in a sanctuary. It is just gorgeous here. Aspen grove, you know, completely surrounding the valley. That entrance going up the hill, there is a trail that takes you up to these peaks surrounding. This, right in front of us, is a little trail that takes us down. We haven't been down yet. We're going to hike down it in a bit. For sure, I walked about 100 yards, and I can hear the river running. So we're about probably 150 yards from the mountain stream. I can hear the water running, pretty good flow. Going to sit here for a day, chill out. This is our camp set up. Got the awning out and got a couple walls just to block the wind when it comes through. It gets a little breezy sometimes, but not too bad. But yep, we're in Utah now. amazing, peaceful mountain views. This is where you reset at. You hear it?
I think I do hear it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hear the water now. This is as far as I went yesterday.
Do you go down there to it? Is that where?
No, follow this trail, take us down, I believe.
Huh. I just want to stop and look.
Yeah.
Looks like it may have been a trail here too.
Obviously a game trail. You can see all the deer, elk, maybe even moose tracks. Just littered. I mean, this thing's like a
This
cow
way.
track. We can try it.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Getting pretty close now.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Can we walk up here maybe?
Yes. Need to come down here and bathe tonight, huh?
Okay, that's only like in the 30s. You can bathe in it, I'm all.
Yeah, this is maybe 100 yards from the
Yeah.
truck. Well, we decided instead of going for a hike today, we're going to do what we're supposed to do and relax. So we went back up to the truck, grabbed the towels and the hammocks and the chairs and some snacks, and we came back down to the river's edge, and we're going to chill in the water and bathe, and relax, and sit in the sun and warm up because the water is very cold, and spend the day doing nothing. That's what we're supposed to do today, right?
Sure.
So, this is our day 4 plans. Nothingness. Hope y'all are enjoying the view. Oh, yeah. Look up there. There's the moon. What an amazing setting. Mountaintop up there. Aspens. Evergreens. A little dead crop of aspens there, but pretty intense scenery here. We'll be seeing you soon. And we're heading on the trail. Just want to get a little idea of what this country looks like. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Can't wait to get a little further away from Moab though. Because there's people here, kids. It's about the 15th side by side we've had either met or come by us in the last couple of miles. We're headed south, taking some trails. Going south toward eventually some higher altitudes in about 2 days. But we're going to do some canyon country now. Balance rock up there on the left. Isn't that cool?
It is.
We're ready to get off this road and on the trail in a little bit. We'll see if this will record with the wind blowing as it is. Hoorah! Pass, y'all. There's the Colorado River down below. There's Earl. We literally, way down in that valley, in that canyon, before us, we came all up through it, climbed along, went up to the neck of it and came back down to here, came over here. Crossing over Ophir Pass. This is and that is where we're going. I'll have to say that you won't see a lot of trail footage unless I can convince Brenda to do it, because I'm not taking the hands off the wheel and the eyes off the trail. It is some kind of fun. Y'all got to come do this. Okay, I found a little section of a trail. I was like, I can hold the camera for a minute now, because the last little bit has been no hands free to hold the camera. It is some kind of beautiful out here. We're laughing since we left the camp this morning, came off a mountain, went through Moab and got on a trail here, and we're way down a trail here. We've only traveled 50 miles today so far. But man, look at the scenery change.
That's the cliff.
Yep, straight in front of us. You see in the valley, you see the potash fields, and that cliff face up above those is Thelma and Louise Point. So all you old timers will know what that is. You youngsters have to Google it up. That's where Thelma and Louise met their demise, coming off that cliff. Everybody's pretty good out here with the trail rules. In case you haven't been out on the trails, if you're coming uphill, you're supposed to pull over, make space for someone coming downhill. And everyone has been pretty good at doing that so far.
Yeah.
Actually pull off like way before they had to.
And wait.
And wait, it's pretty cool. Anyway, if y'all are enjoying the ride.
Altitude. I decided to get out and let Dean climb this steep hill by himself. I don't like heights. He made it, thank God. Another deep decline off the rock, and I decided to get out. Didn't feel comfortable doing that. Good job, he made it. Trying to get him going over this. Oh gosh.
Howdy y'all. So it's the next day. I don't know what day it is anymore. We took a topside trail. It's a nice, you've seen some of the driving coming in, maintained road that goes up top to overlook where we were yesterday on the trail. I don't see the trail right now, but this right below this cliff, right below us down here, somewhere, is where we were riding yesterday. So we're going out to a point at the end that's going to show all this, to see all the overlook a point where we can see the trail. But this, again, we're looking at those big ponds. I can't remember down in the valley what they call them. But above those ponds, about right there, that is the Thelma and Louise point. That there are trails on that plateau as well you can do, but this is just a little loop we took out that comes out and around this massive rock formation. Just a quick little loop around it for scenic. Thought I'd share with you. Y'all, I have for 25 years been dreaming of coming to Utah. Seen too many shows, too many travelers that come around here. Been wanting to get here. This has been a bucket list trip, hands down for me. Okay, I do see our trail. That trail on the rim down there above the river, that's where we were yesterday. Goes all the way down and back around, back behind those. That was the Ophir Pass trail we took yesterday. Amazing beauty here. You don't have to go to the Grand Canyon to see some amazing canyons. We're going to get later today. Eventually, this is all just above Canyonlands National Park area. We're going to trail out and get closer to it later today, tomorrow one. It's a beautiful country. See you on the next clip. All right, y'all, so we're at the end of the trailhead. This is the Looking Glass to Anticline Overlook. Anyone can do this little trail. I mean, it is a well-maintained road all the way out to here. And if you're four-wheel drive, you have just a plethora of side trails to turn off Typical Moab, big round rock backdrops to camp beside. We marked one, we found one this morning, and we marked, we'll plan next time we come to this country, we can drive out, stop in New Mexico, stay a night, long trip. It's about 12 hours out there for us, about 10 hours, and then it's about another 6-hour drive to here. From there, found us an epic site, probably a mile off the main trail, so it's private. Whew, I'm out of breath in this altitude. But it's, like I say, private, off the trail by yourself, right butted up against the beautiful big round rocks that would let you spend a day or two relaxing, hiking trails. Interesting, they even put stairs in here for us to walk up. But this trail, like the last overlook, the last one was the minor overlook, they called it. It overlooks all the trails we were doing yesterday down in the canyon. Those mountains in the distance, up almost on top of those is where we camped 2 nights ago. We spent 2 nights there. It was interesting. We left there yesterday, and trails all the way down to the bottom into Moab, and gassed up, lunched, restocked in Moab, and then we got on the trail, went all up in this canyon yesterday. And found out we did, what, 11 hours yesterday of driving?
Yeah.
And only traveled 85 miles, I think, the whole day. Gosh. So another recap, those, still forgot to look back and see what you call those fields over there, or ponds, pools. They're pulling something out of the soil here. That's the Colorado River in the bottom. And if you look here, you can see the trail we went down yesterday. Matter of fact, you can see some side-by-sides going down the trail now. All the way down through there, following the Colorado around and back up. Now, yesterday's video, we were doing some pretty intense climbing, and I assure you, as anybody that's done it in video will tell you, the video doesn't do justice to the intensity of those trails yesterday. We reached a point to where I found the limits of Pearl and Dean's comfort level, and we stopped on the climb. Brenda was watching. She was nervous. She thought she was videoing, and then realized last night that didn't even video the last spot where I stopped. Getting where you like it up high, right, babe?
A lot of Jeeps going on that trail.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was the thing about that trail, is it was just constant. Jeeps, side by sides, everything. You can rent all of those in town. Drive them in town and everything when you come out here. But yeah, we came all up that valley, up that canyon yesterday. You'll notice how slow they're going. That is some rough trails. Most of the day I was in like first or second gear in low range. See that trail that goes all the way around that point, up, and then it comes back down this side. I'm seeing some familiar rock formations. I remember driving right around those yesterday. Oh yeah, keeps going all the way to where you're butted up against this rock face eventually, almost. Some of the trails I could reach out the window and touch the rocks as we're going by them. Gosh, this is a beautiful country. I hope at least one of y'all will look at this and say, oh yeah, we got to do that. And come see this place. Moab, Utah. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. So we're back on the trail today, of course. Over behind the red rocks, you can see a little bit of it. It's a trail that's essentially going down the west side of this long, skinny butte, I think they're called. There's a long, skinny one, so we'll go all down the east side, about 16 miles, and about 25 miles back up the west side. Hoping we have enough fuel. I'll say this, when you head out anywhere, have a full tank. And we did today, but we took another trail up, which we were videoing earlier, which burnt some of our fuel. So we're crossing our fingers. I believe we have enough to get out and back. If we get far enough where I see we can't, we'll turn around and come back the way we started. But we're about, 20 miles south of Moab, headed towards Canyonlands National Park. There are a couple of these trails out here that dip into the park. We won't be able to go down them today because we won't have enough fuel to do so. Isn't that beautiful? This is our lunch stop setting. Sitting charging the batteries a little bit, eating sandwiches. That little hoodoo over there at the base of the wall. It's beautiful here. Hope y'all are enjoying.
Coming off a canyon, running the rim. Sorry. Just really close to the edge. And it's very rocky. You have to go really slow.
You have to reach out and touch this rock beside me.
I know. This doesn't look steep on camera, but it's steep.
The camera does not.
There's a drop off.
It's just as
Like right there. This is the sections that Brenda doesn't like. Oh gosh, looks like we're straight up.
all the way in, all the way up on the side of it, back around.
Wow. Oh my God, dude, you need to get out and look at that. Yeah, get out and look at that. I don't trust that. Okay, here we go. You had to get out and check this one out. It's pretty steep. It doesn't look steep, but it's very, very steep. And we're right on the edge. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. Look at that right there.
Yep.
Stay to your side as much as you can. I think you have a big rock right there, but oh my God. We're still going up now. Another narrow section here. Climbing up. Oh, Jesus.
We're this close.
Yes. Okay, we made it.
It's not all about the big elk and mule deer and bears and such. Sometimes you have the coolest little friends come into camp. Now I threw out a handful of HEB tortilla chips after we ate dinner. And apparently he's a fan of HEB. He's been coming around looking for something to eat. Now he's our friend. I think I should call him Alvin, Theodore, Simon. What do you think? It's pretty cool. Okay, y'all. Do the little video excerpt for the evening. We are back in Colorado, west of Durango, out of some little town starts with an M, I can't recall. In an aspen-rimmed little meadow up about 8,500 feet. We just finished cooking dinner. Some good hamburgers, chips and salsa. Relaxing as we continue in the morning. Headed back towards home slowly. We'll take another stop probably out around Santa Fe somewhere to break it up. Get back home around Saturday evening. Just wanted to share this beautiful meadow site. There's Pearl. There's the Brenda. We're having fun, y'all, but the trip is slowing down. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing through the trees. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? But check back in with you tomorrow. So we got a lot of mountain country to get down to Santa Fe. That's about the last place that we can camp in desirable temperatures before we head home. That'll get us within 8 hours or so of home. So see y'all tomorrow. As you can hear, the train's getting ready to head up the mountain. Just a little light breakfast and walking in Durango. Stretch the legs a little bit this morning before we get on the road. It's gonna be a short trail day, so we got time to kill in Durango this morning. Durango, Colorado. I'd say one of our favorite little towns. Well, it's a favorite big town. It's getting very commercialized, but it's beautiful. Y'all come check it out. Just walking through, checking out the Strater Hotel. It's 138 years old. Pretty neat. There's a picture of the Strater Hotel. Just did a video inside. Beautiful hotel. Definitely somewhere you come stay, I'd imagine. It's not cheap. We're 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Not much open here. But you get to walk and see the sights and not so peoply.